So the ultimate battle, Dropbox versus Google Drive. Which one is actually better and which one you should choose? In this video, I'll try to answer that question. They're both very similar, but with few noticeable differences, which we'll talk about later in the video. But for now, three biggest features that they both share. They let you back up files on the cloud, they let you sync your files through different devices, and they both let you share files with other people. I was an early adopter of Dropbox and I started using it in 2014, which was the same year I started using Google Drive. The main reason I actually stuck with Dropbox until this year is because I secured a lot of free storage through their many different promotion codes and various tasks. Actually, Dropbox only offers 2 gigabytes of free storage, and it did offer that in the beginning as well. However, I was able to secure more than 11 gigabytes of free storage. So basically my Dropbox and my Google Drive had the same amount of storage and I kept using both of them. However, in 2019, I actually bought Dropbox Plus, upgraded their storage to 2 terabytes. But with Google Drive, I haven't reached the 15 gigabytes limit, and I'll explain why I chose Dropbox over Google Drive. However, I may not like this decision a year later. So bear with me, I'll explain everything. Let's start with storage. I mean, that's the main thing when you think about cloud. How much files, how much data can you save on them? Dropbox offers only 2 gigabytes for free, and I think it's their biggest flaw. If you look at their biggest competitor, Google Drive, they offer 15 gigabytes of free storage. So 2 gigabytes and 15, it's a massive difference. You basically cannot really store anything with 2 gigabytes unless there's small PDF files or documents. But in reality, you will need much more very, very soon. So Google Drive in this case wins with their 15 gigabytes of storage. And in addition, if you have several email addresses with Gmail, you actually get 15 gigabytes of storage with each email. So if you use let's say your personal and your work email are both on Gmail, you actually can get up to 30 gigabytes of storage, and with each email you can get more storage. It's not convenient, but in essence you can have unlimited amount of storage this way. Now, what about paid storage? So Dropbox offers Dropbox Plus, which is a 2 terabyte storage for $120 per year if you pay yearly, and then it offers a professional, which is 3 terabytes of storage for $200 per year if you pay yearly. Monthly prices are a bit higher. And again, Dropbox falls short on paid storage as well. It goes from 2 gigabytes, which is barely anything, to 2 terabytes, which is probably even too much for some people. Compared to Google Drive actually offers you 100 gigabytes, 200 gigabytes, or then 2 terabytes of storage. So you have way more option for way cheaper. So if we look at Google, Google offers, for example, 100 gigabytes for around $20 per year. $120 for 2 terabytes of Dropbox, and then $20 for Google. But if you're just reaching your limit and you want more storage to do more things, you may not need even a terabyte. 100 gigabytes should be enough for you. So Google offers way more flexibility with their plans. In addition, you can actually get more storage with Google. Dropbox right now, at least for personal accounts, limits the storage to 3 terabytes. And with Google, you can actually go up to 30 terabytes of storage. So Google not only offers less storage for less amount of money, but it offers also more storage for, of course, the price is according, but at least it has that offer. Dropbox here is very, very limited with only 2 options, and then those 2 options being only 1 terabyte of difference. It doesn't really make sense here. Now let's talk about speed, and this one is for Dropbox. Dropbox win this round. Because without getting into all the technical details, Dropbox syncs files faster and supports local sync. It actually uses less data to transfer files because it only kind of sees the changes that you made to the file, only syncs that instead of syncing a full file, which Google Drive does. And I actually noticed that difference. If you use the web apps that you have, like a desktop apps implemented on your laptop, syncing with Dropbox is really easy. You drag and drop and the file is kind of instantly there. With Google Drive, it lags behind and it is noticeable enough. So if you care about speed, Dropbox is definitely a better experience, especially on the desktop app that they have. Then of course, we all care that our files are secure. And here it's kind of a tie. Without getting into all the technical stuff, both of them are basically on par. And both of them are secure enough. They use the latest secure updates, and there isn't really sort of an advantage one over the other. So it doesn't really matter what you choose. Now let's move on to file browsing, file searching, their mobile apps and their desktop apps. It's kind of a combined everything in one. First of all, I don't really use the search function, but according to others, Google Drive has a better file searching function than Dropbox and finds it way better according to various keywords. But this will largely depend on how you organize and how you use those platforms. For example, if we take desktop apps that both Dropbox and Google Drive have, Dropbox wins here by a big margin. Their app is way more optimized, it's way more easier to use, it's way more UI friendly. It's just fits and works better. And you may not notice that it works better, but as I use both Google Drive and Dropbox at the same time, the differences are noticeable. Google Drive usually lags behind in their usability, in their speed, the way that the desktop app works. And the same goes for web browser. If you compare Dropbox web browser and Google Drive's web browser, on the web, Dropbox definitely moves a lot faster or a lot smoother. I personally enjoyed their design a lot better. Google Drive, it feels clunky. It feels that it takes time for that click to actually open those files. So Dropbox is way more optimized, and not only on the web browser but also on the mobile app. If we take a look and compare the mobile apps, Google Drive seems a bit empty, seems a bit, I mean, it's a Google product. Everything is all right with it, but Dropbox app is way more optimized. It's way more easier to use. It's way more friendlier to the user. And I personally enjoy that way more. So overall, Dropbox is way better at presenting themselves in the desktop app, in the web browser, and the mobile app. This one is definitely a win for Dropbox. Now let's talk about photos and video backup, which for most people probably is going to take the majority of storage, and you want everything to be as automated and as smooth as possible. Google Photos is winning this one. Although Dropbox does offer mobile uploads, Google offers their backup service on their free plan. And better yet, any photo smaller than 16 megapixels or 1080p video does not count towards your overall storage. So Google is way more generous with photos, and their app actually offers a better layout for photos and their organization, while Dropbox only offers kind of basic folders, as it doesn't have really any built-in photo viewing mode. Now with file sharing, both of the platforms have actually very similar experiences, although I do lean towards Dropbox, as it does offer a better and nicer design, and their sharing options are just sort of a bit more thought of and laid out better. Besides, Dropbox has a slight edge here, as it offers a couple of features that Google Drive does not have, neither on their free plan nor on their paid plans. On Dropbox, you can add a password to a shared link, or you can add an expiration date on a particular file. Both of these features are on paid plans, but Google does not offer them at all. So Dropbox takes this one. So we talked about all of the main features for both platforms, and which one wins? Well, neither of them. I know it's a disappointing answer, but the baby of both of these two platforms would be a monster and would be awesome. Dropbox has some amazing features and Google Drive has some amazing features. If they both would merge, I personally would love that. Because there is quite a big difference in a way each of the app works, and some of the things Dropbox does way better than Google Drive, and then Google Drive has some of the functions or features which are not offered by Dropbox. Personally, I like Dropbox for three main reasons. It's their design and usability, speed of which the files are syncing, and all of their web desktop and mobile apps. However, it does fall short on several categories. First of all is that it only offers 2 gigabytes of free storage. I personally didn't have that issue because, as I said in the beginning, I managed to get a lot of these coupons and all of that free promotion stuff. So I did get my overall storage up to, I think, was 13 or 14 gigabytes. So basically the same amount as Google Drive. But I do see how that can be a major disadvantage to new users who try to come to Dropbox and see that there is really no point when Google offers way more. And then paid plans. Google again takes a lead here. It offers way more flexibility, way more plans, and it doesn't really constrain you. Dropbox, for some weird reason, has only 2 plans, and the difference between them is 1 terabyte. However, one of the biggest issue with it's not a Dropbox fault, to be honest, but the major advantage Google Drive has, it's Google Docs and Google Sheets. And this is the major reason why I'm still using Google Drive. If I didn't use Google Docs or Google Sheets in my everyday work, I would switch to Dropbox completely. And that is actually the reason why I use these platforms together. I use Google Docs, I use Google Sheets, they are stored, so I naturally use their storage platform for other types of documents. It has become kind of a really bad mix where I have half of my files on Dropbox and half of my files on Google Drive, and it's an overall mess. I did bought Dropbox Plus before rearranging all my docs because I needed to save photos, but now I realize that actually when my Dropbox subscription ends, I might actually switch completely to Google Drive just because I need Google Docs, I need Google Sheets, I do use them, and I hate that everything is being separated. I wish I could have everything on one platform. It would be much easier. I haven't decided what I will do, but this is something to really think about. What do you actually gonna use those platforms, how you're gonna use it. I do prefer Dropbox by a long shot, but Google Drive is a very necessary thing to have. As I said before, the baby of these two would be a monster. And I think I'll try to make these both apps work because I still have my Dropbox subscription until the end of 2020. And I'll see if I can manage and see which files go where, but I need to kind of make this overall organization of documents to make perfect sense. Because my Google Drive is also approaching that 15 gigabytes limit, and I'll probably need to update that as well. If you want a video of how I organize the files and how everything is structured, please leave the comment down below. I'll definitely can make a video on showing how I use both of these platforms and how I will be kind of merging them together and trying to make them work. But that is it from me. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope this was useful to you. If you liked that video, drop the like down below. I heard it helps with the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. Also, subscribe if you want to see more app reviews, more software productivity. This is the kind of videos I will be creating more. And I'll see you next time. Bye.